Welcome to Late Night Satori, the show that gives you an exclusive sneak peek behind the curtain of Junior Anthony Satorians.
We are Carlos,
Maggie,
and Uncle Tim. Let's go!
Let's go!
Welcome to Late Night Satori. Welcome everybody. I love for y'all to be here because we got a special guest today. We didn't think this interview was gonna happen, but we got my man Johan D. Choi in the building. You know, okay, so Johan is the man behind the scenes. So you have those companies where you have that one person that's behind the scenes, you know, taking care of everything, making sure stuff is getting done. That's my man Johan. And one thing about Johan, when I came to LiveSotori the first time, I didn't know what I was doing. And Johan, along with Rich, who you've seen in previous episodes, took me under their wing and showed me the ropes. So I really appreciate Johan, and tonight's going to be a special night. And let's get to know him a little bit. Of course, we got Carlos, we got Maggie here. Don't forget about my peoples. So strap in. It's going to be a wild ride tonight. So Johan, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for that intro.
Hey, no problem. You deserve it.
It really wasn't anything at the time. You know, it was all you. You put in the work. You stuck through it. You learned better.
Exactly. I knew where to go. I knew who to get with. You know what I mean? Because I watched you guys, so it was a real pleasure, and I really appreciate it. To tell you the truth. So for the audience who don't know you as well as we do, just let them know, like, you know, where you're from, you know, what brings you to LiveSotori and what you got going on.
Yeah. So what's up, everybody? I'm Johan. Last name Choi. Says it down there. Yeah, I'm originally from Los Angeles. Was living in San Francisco when I started LiveSotori, and then now I'm over in Florida working with Junior behind the scenes and everything. You might see me on Zoom every now and then. Probably not, but who knows?
All right, so for right now, so you know, we're from LA. You know, we've hung out in San Francisco too. Former Marine. You know, you've served our country. Big IT guy, and that's how we kind of, you know, connected. So, like right now in LiveSotori, like, what's the best thing right now that's going on that's got you excited? Like, what's happening right now that's got you, you know, looking forward to the future?
All right. But that you can actually tell us about, you know, because
yeah.
I mean,
you gotta keep some stuff on the hush.
Yeah, let me think about how to relay this. All right, so over like the last year of being in LiveSotori, I've kind of noticed a few things, right? Not really negatives, but like things that LiveSotori as a whole can improve on, right? Because we're all here for the same reason, to better our lives in some way. Yeah. Whether it be financially or, you know, mentally, mindset wise, we're like, this is a learning experience for most of us. So it'd be nice if there was like a straight path, but like Junior always says, life isn't linear. So going through those twisties and turnies, kind of noticed that there were really similar problems happening for really similar situations, right? So the one thing that I've been kind of like looking forward to, and that we've been kind of working on in the back end, was the restructuring of how LiveSotori can actually help people.
Cool.
Right now we have like the 2-day live workshop, which great course, you know, great way to actually learn the foundations of online marketing. And you can actually learn from Junior, right? And then afterwards, if you want to get the actual mentorship, there was really just the Earn While You Learn program. I don't know. I thought it was a great way to learn. It's still a great way to learn. I just don't think it's providing enough information, or people don't provide enough information for people to have clarity without actually understanding what they're doing. For the most part, right? For the most part, it's like you're taught the step-by-step method, but you still have to figure it out on the side, right? Figure it out on your own time, ask people in your own time, And I have an introverted personality, so talking to people like brand new, I have a hard time dealing with that, right? Especially since the lifestyle I grew up in, a lot of people are, can I say asshole like?
Well, you're surrounded by introverts right now, so
exactly right.
Except for Carlos.
But I had a problem with trusting a lot of people up front, especially if I don't know you. There's really no reason why I should trust you up front, in the most part. But especially if I'm learning from my personality and like personality of others that I've worked really closely with, I feel like actually understanding what I'm doing and then implementing is a better way for myself before actually just seeing what to do and figuring it out along the way.
Yeah, I could definitely relate with both sides of what you're saying. Like, I definitely do want to know what's going on when I get into something, but I kind of understand that you have to take that initiative as well,
right.
To learn. But I definitely get both sides of the coin. I love that. I appreciate that. And man, that was some gems I wasn't expecting. Appreciate you.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous that Johan was gonna drop some exclusives that we had not even told other people. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. But like for the audience, for the audience out there, that's not in the family, some of these things will probably not kind of make sense as of yet until you join us. But just for the most part, just understand that this is a place where you can learn step by step from a man who has been through it and has, gained that legitimacy, and somewhere you can feel like you're at home, basically.
Definitely.
From what I got
sorry.
From what I got from it is, it's like what we're doing here, trying to help people. Johan's trying to help the company itself help people better. So that's my little synopsis.
Yeah, I was going to say pretty much the same thing. We're constantly trying to evolve and grow so that we can better serve the people that are coming in and the people that are already in here. And that brings me to an interesting question. And Johan, I've worked with you behind the scenes a lot, done a lot of brainstorming, done a lot of strategizing, implementing, and you've worked with Junior, and you have a certain pace you like to work at. And I know you're like at quick pace, you want to get things done. So how is it working with different people that might not necessarily work at your pace, but want to work a little slower or have different methods? What are your ways of dealing with that?
Dealing with it? Yeah, so I don't know, like Tim said, like I have a military background and I worked in corporate IT for a few years. So the work pace that I'm used to, it's like go, like we can have fun once the project itself is done, out of the way, not take little breaks in between. So I don't know, coming out here with a lot of entrepreneurs, but they're not working at the same pace as me has been really irritating for me.
Oh, we know.
Dealing with it, it's a struggle, but pretty much what I have to come down to is I can't expect everybody to be at the same workload as me, because I understand that they haven't dealt with the same situations and experiences I have in the past. Yeah, I pretty much just have to understand that even though I get irritated in certain situations, I have to accept that they're not at that level because they live their life up to a certain point the way that they have.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point, because we come into contact with different people. We don't only come into contact with people that are exactly like us. So we have to be adaptable to, see how a person works, how they learn, and how they grow, and adapt to, dealing with them, and not just have that expectations of, you need to do things the way I do things. You need to learn the way I learn. You need to be as quick as I am. Or, if I'm used to doing things at a much slower pace, but I'm working with somebody that's wanting to do things faster, I need to be like, okay, I need to step up a little bit. So it's all about adapting, I think.
Adaption and compromising. Because at that same pace, or saying the same thing, is like if you work fast and someone knows you work fast and they work slow, You come here, they come there. It's not, oh, let me come down as slow as you, or let me do as fast as you, because then I'm not getting as much from it. Like life is about compromise.
I think that's really a mindset thing, though.
Yes.
Especially in the Marines, we had this saying, adapt and overcome, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. The one thing that I've been struggling with, like the slower paced workflow, is if you're working at a higher pace and you're working at that higher level, should you really be bringing yourself down to another level, or should people be working harder and elevating themselves to your level?
I was going to ask a question too, Johan, for you. Do you feel, I don't like to say the word hopeful, but do you feel like in time, if, you know, those people are around you enough that they're going to get up to that speed, or are you going to kind of rub off on them a little bit? Being around your energy?
I don't really, I'm not really expecting them to be at the same level as me. What I expect people to do is, you know, step up to a situation, and it's really based on how much you want it at the end of the day. Like, if you want to get something done, like, you're going to work really hard to get that done. But I don't know. Some people, I don't think they're working with the intent to elevate in certain ways, right? I think some people are just comfortable with, all right, these are tests I have to do, let me go get them done, and then, you know, that's it until they tell me to do something else.
Barest minimum.
Yeah, barest minimum, which is a really employee mindset, right? You're told to do, you get it done, and then you move on with your day and go do what you want to do after. Whereas entrepreneurs, I don't know, I feel like for the most part, at least from the entrepreneurs I've seen and learned from, they're constantly looking for something to do, you know, a new problem to solve, something that they can better on, some type of skill set they can learn with. I think it really just comes down to mindset, and at the end of the day, the individual themselves on how badly they want to make a difference.
Yes, indeed. So I know we've talked about you being in the background, but you're also a member of Satori as well. So how do you balance your background activities with, you know, your entrepreneur activities? Like how do you do it? What's your tricks?
Yeah, so everything that I do is with the intent of entrepreneurship, right?
Yeah.
If you're talking in terms of like making sales in the background, I'm not really focused on that, because the way I see it in my perception is the system itself is broken, and until that's resolved or completely fixed in some way, there's really no point in me selling something that I see an issue with. So in the entrepreneur mindset, I more so am focusing the background activities, trying to fix the problems, get those all corrected, so it'd be easier for me to want to make sales on the front. Plus, working on all these other projects in preparation for like scaling and scalability on the back end, I think it's going to be more fun, you know, just more fun not only for myself but like other people, like all the introverts. You know? But just like anything that like we learned step by step, we got to fix the bare minimum first, or the core foundation, and then move on to the next levels.
Yeah, and that's what I like about our group. Like, it's the transparency. Right. If you see something wrong, you're not trying to be like, well, I just want this, I want the money, I want this. You get what you need from this program. And that's what I've noticed. Like, because it took me a while to realize, you know, I'm not all about the sell, I'm about the helping as well. Because I believe in the dream, I believe in our goals, and that's what I'm trying to do as well. So, like, family, community, all of the above, check.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it too. Like, when you help somebody, like if you're on Zoom and you're doing your thing, whatever you're doing, and then, you know, somebody comes and like, hey, I need help with the conversation, or I need help with this or that, and you are able to like give them an aha moment or help them get over an obstacle, and that light you see in their eyes, Yeah, I mean, it's priceless, man. Like you can't get that nowhere else. It's crazy.
Yes, indeedy.
Yeah, it definitely helps, especially like you said, when we're helping people. And I myself, I've kind of like faded more into the background from when I first started, because I've found that to be something I'm more passionate about, rather than being in the forefront and, you know, being an affiliate and making those sales and doing those things. I'm more in the structure and the building and then the improving. And so I've just naturally gravitated more towards that and find more fulfillment in that. Like Johan said, I'm not concerned at the moment with making those sales. I'm concerned more with building a structure in the background that's an improvement, that's better for everybody and for myself, that I can be excited about. And we know that what we're working on is going to be amazing, it's going to be exciting, and everybody's just going to be amazed when it comes out. And that's just a little sprinkling of what's to come. Who knows, we might have launched it
zone.
by the time this episode airs, who knows, we might have launched. If not, it's something to look out for.
Yes, indeed.
It's kind of crazy, you know, like we're talking about like something that you're looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to the December event, you know.
Oh, for sure.
Back when I first started like working with Junior on the back end, I was starting to like kind of realize how much on another level we just entered. But like after seeing the lineup of like speakers at the event that's going to be coming, and you know, it's just like a long list, and we don't have enough slots for a certain amount of people, so we're starting to like cut people out.
Ooh.
I'm just like, yo,
But I'm an effing millionaire. Sorry.
I know, right? It's a good problem to have when we're like, no, we've got too many millionaires to speak already.
Yeah.
Right?
It sounds like some good problems right there.
What's above first world problems?
we're talking like 3-digit
Yeah, ooh.
Multi-mega millionaires.
digits,
Yeah.
7 digits.
So how's that process going, getting ready for that? Like I know on top of everything else you have going on, plus you have the preparation for that. So is that, you know, how's that going?
It's more so going on Junior and I, Lisa's side, I would say.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Pretty much, I'm just handling some of the planning for like the camera work, the video work, the noise, the sound, the virtual attendance, possibly. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, that stuff is not too hard. It's more so understanding like layout. The venue's pretty big. Like,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of wish I went to the ClickFunnels event, but since I wasn't there, I kind of have to, you know, just be mindful of the environment and who can handle the responsibilities for camera work and stuff.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing too. Like as we, you know, as people come into the family, we look for people that can add value in other places. Yes, you know, sales, but you know, how do you feel about people that could come in and kind of, you know, help out with things like on the back end as well? Are you looking for that when, you know, you see people coming in?
Yeah, I mean, the people, when I see new people come in, really what I'm looking for is how driven they are, you know? Like, Tim, when you first reached out to me and Rich and I, right? Mm-hmm. It was your initiative that I really appreciated. Mm-hmm. You know, the initiative that you decided to reach out to us and kind of ask us to take you under our wing. Mm-hmm. That's really the one thing that like stood out to me, and what I wasn't really seeing in anybody else. Because yeah, people would like hop on Zoom and ask for help, but they wouldn't reach directly to one person and be like, "Hey man, like, do you mind spending some time and like, you know, talking with me about this whole thing?"
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I definitely, like, I have no shame, basically. Like, I feel like in this world, if you don't, who's going to do it for you? Like, if you don't take that initiative, if you don't get those questions asked, who's going to do it for you? Like, nobody. Like, you're the only person that's going to do it. Now, when you go ask for that help, you are taking that initiative to seek it. And then, you know what I'm saying, they say, whatever you seek, you shall find. And I found, you know, good friends and people that, you know, could guide me in the direction, the people that I felt close to. Because in this game, like, you can't be friends with everybody. And just to put it out there, you just can't. Like, it's just not humanly possible. But I saw something, and you and Rich, and it just resonated with me. So I like I say, man, like, forever grateful. Friends for life.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean,
But
yeah.
But we appreciate you, coming in, blessing the podcast. We know,
Thanks for having me.
as you and Maggie have both alluded to, y'all have a lot that y'all are working on, and so, taking time out to do this is greatly appreciated.
I mean, obviously, if you're a real one, people are gonna make time for you because you're there, But I mean, if you're that person who's just like half there, half not, just there when you have a guest, or like you're just there for your own benefit, I mean, that's really easy to spot. And
Yeah, and in case people missed it, that was a rare Johan compliment. So we are honored.
Yes.
I got a little this guy.
Yeah, I was like,
get a tissue real quick.
no, much appreciated. So, Johan, like, where can the audience, find you? What social platforms or social media platforms are you on that we can post? Yeah, if you want to give out, we can post it on there if you need us to. If not, you can just keep on moving.
The funny thing is, I don't really use social media besides to consume content.
Yeah, gotcha. We on the same page. I'm waiting for that to be fully integrated. But yeah, we appreciate you, man. Like, man, great time we just had. Much appreciated.
Yeah, definitely.
More time to come, right?
Oh yeah,
that is true.
Exactly.
Later on.
Thank you once again, and join us next week for another episode of A Late Night Satori.